tap that to my heart? Won't you tap that so I can start?
Greetings, Love Posse. Today's message: many souls are not ready to wake up yet. And that's okay. Today, I want to share something deeply important about the spiritual journey. Not every soul is ready to wake up right now. And that's okay. Let's talk about why that's not failure, but a part of the divine plan. What does waking up really mean? From my personal experience, training, and education, waking up is awareness, having awareness, practice paying attention to the inner landscape, paying attention to that which is outside of you, paying attention to what triggers you, paying attention to your feelings, emotions, being aware of what's around you, being aware of how you're feeling with what's around you. Not only people, but other living beings. Again, being aware of your inner landscape. Listening to what your body is saying to you, is telling you. Listen to how you're feeling. Listen to what you're sensing. Paying attention. Awareness. Healing is also an element of waking up. Being aware that as children, most people experience some kind of trauma, and we take that trauma into our adulthood. We have to be aware, again, paying attention, that there are aspects, parts of us that need to be healed. And once we become aware that we have aspects, parts of us that need to be healed, we acknowledge that. Then we take steps, we take action to heal those parts of us, those aspects of us. It may take many lifetimes. Then the third aspect of waking up: higher consciousness. Continually moving towards higher consciousness. Taking the steps. Taking action. Doing the inner work to move towards higher consciousness. How do we move towards higher consciousness? Awareness, healing. What else that we need to know about waking up? It's not instant. It's not always blissful, love and light. It's not always easy. Most of the time it's not easy. It's not comfortable. Spiritual awakening is like planting seeds. You plant the seed, you water it, but it takes a community, right? It takes Father Sun. It takes Grandmother Moon. It takes Father Sky. and we plant the seeds. And sometimes some seeds sprout in the spring, some seeds sprout in the winter. Sometimes some seeds do not sprout at all, and we may not understand, we may not know the cause of why the seeds didn't sprout or don't sprout, or their sprouting is being delayed. That's what it means to wake up. Why aren't many souls ready? Each soul has its own soul timing, is on its own timeline. Each soul has its own karmic lessons to learn. Then there's childhood traumas. There's fear. There's life and soul contracts that may delay awakening. It's not judgment, it's timing. That's why you can't convince the unconvinced. How do we respond with compassion with others who are not ready to wake up? We don't force them to wake up. We avoid spiritual superiority, frustration, and anger directed towards them as much as possible. We don't shame them, make them feel guilty or small. Instead, we hold space, model love, and be a light. I'd like to share two personal stories with you. One is about my ex-husband. We were on the spiritual path together. We studied together, different masters, Krishnamurti, Marianne Williamson, Deepak, Alan Watts, Buddhism, Sufism, Eckhart Tolle. We studied it all. We chanted Sanskrit mantras. It was phenomenal. And I just kept going and going. And at one point, we were no longer in alignment. And that led to divorce. After the divorce, a couple years later, I spoke to him. He asked me if I was still growing on my spiritual path. I said yes. He said he had returned to the matrix. I didn't shame him. I didn't make him feel small or guilty. I held space for him. I understood it's a choice. It's not an easy path. I told him that I loved him and I would send him loving, healing energy to help him while he was in the matrix. Second story. I have family members who haven't woken up yet. You may have family members who haven't woken up yet. It's okay. I've made peace with it. I'll tell you why. Because I understand that each soul is on his or her own journey. It's not my place to try to control someone else's journey. It's not my place to try to wake people up who are not ready. So I just accept them where they are. I let go and go on my way, focus on my path, and hold the space, you can make peace with it. We all end up in the same place. Eventually. Eventually. They'll get there. Maybe not in this lifetime, maybe in the next or the next or the next. Hold space for them. Love them where they are. Here's an affirmation I'd like to share with you and some encouragement. The affirmation for today's message: everyone's journey is sacred. Everyone's journey is sacred. I encourage you to stop trying to control other people's spiritual journey and to trust the process. Trump, Congress, Republicans, Democrats may not be ready to wake up yet. It's okay. Your family members, your friends, your coworkers may not be ready to wake up yet. It's okay. Trust the process. Let go of control. Allow the unfolding, the flowering, the blossoming of everyone's sacred journey. Again, the affirmation: everyone's journey, path is sacred. If you are having challenges with fear, frustration, anger, control, trying to control someone else's awakening, because control is fear. Here's some things I suggest to help you process any fear, anger, frustration. Take a walk in nature. Do some meditation. Do some yoga. Do breath work, any modality, alternative spiritual healing modality that you are in alignment with. And of course, EFT tapping, which leads me to my tapping books. I've written 3 tapping books. Tap That, Tap Tap Tracy's Hair, my children's tapping book that helps children who are experiencing being bullied, and my spiritual grief death book, tapping book, Tap That Too, Healing the Death Trauma. If you are interested in EFT tapping, purchase one of my books. You can purchase my books on my website, tiffanyhowardfilms.weebly.com. I'll post it at the bottom. I've also directed, produced a tapping film, Tapping with Autism. For whatever ails you, just tap that. In closing, here's my final thought. Let's love others where they are, not where we wish they'd be. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, if this message resonated with you. Peace and love to and for all sentient beings.